Well, hello everyone. It's Moving Mark once again out on the route, and I have made quite a journey today. And I'm all the way in Springfield, Illinois, here with one of my very, very good friends. Her name is Penny. Just about everyone knows Penny. She's kind of the goddess of Route 66 up in this area. And I want to let her tell a little bit about herself, introduce herself, tell us some of the things that she likes about Route 66. And I think she's got some special things that she's going to show us today. Hello, Penny.
Hey, Mark. I'm so glad you showed up.
Definitely.
I'm honored that you made me part of your journey, and I'm going to start giggling, so I just don't know what to say here. I've got so many things that friends have done for me, and I've always made the comment that everybody may have Jerry's book, they may have Jim's book, they may have several Jim's books, but we have them in our group. We were very fortunate to fall into this particular group, because I've seen other tables where people have their books, but I don't even think they know we're sitting right at our table. So I just wanted to show some of the stuff I got. As you can see, I got I don't know if you can see it from there or not, but that's Croc's one of Croc's paintings, not to mention the ring I have. And just recently I acquired this from Jocelyn Poteet. It is a awesome little handmade sheriff, and he has a little 66 badge, and I'm just really excited about that. And so I had to take this off the wall on the other side so everybody can see. This is Jack's, and this is one of Mark's favorite heartfelt places, so I wanted to make sure that was seen. And I have got things from so many friends. I mean, this is my life. There's not a day that goes by that I don't talk about 66. I will see it written somewhere, and like I told Mark, you put 66 on a rock and I'll buy it. And all these things a lot of stuff has been given to me by friends, and we've had a lot of folks come down and stay with us. And I'm trying to turn this into a little Route 66 sort of motel kind of setup, so people can come down here and relax and not have to hang out. One more other thing I got to show you. This is really important to me. This is Annie Mouse book. Ann Selenina put me in her book. I am the chubby little squeaker that is the navigator and the person taking her and her family on road trips. This is an awesome little book for kids.
And where can they get that?
You can get it on Amazon, and with probably several of the Route 66 places. And I've seen it over at Rinks Market and just a whole bunch of places. And it's something to get the kids involved, and that's something we really, really need. Because once we're gone, we need somebody to carry on. So, and... Sorry.
You bring up a good point, carrying it on into the next generation and getting excitement to get as Rich likes to say, get your kids on Route 66. Absolutely. What can we do to try to make sure that happens as seasoned roadies or Route 66 fanatics?
As much as I can possibly, when I see folks with kids, I will try to let them know that there are kids' books out there. There is a lot of stuff, not to mention the movie Cars, and all the people that we know are those cars. It is so darn cool to introduce those kids to those people and send them down the road and let them see who else is out there. It is wonderful. This is a life I never thought I would have. Traveling since '62, I did the drive-by shooting for years before I realized, and it was Bill Shea that brought me out of the car and started to actually talk to the folks. And you can't think of a more wonderful trip. But I'll tell you, once you start letting people know you're out there, you don't hardly get to see 66 because you're running to get to the next meal, to the next person. But it makes for a wonderful trip. You can always take the trips another time and hit the road. But the people keep you coming back.
And that's the common theme about all these spotlight videos, is people are mentioning meet the people. It's not the road. It's not the little store. It's going in and building that relationship with that person that you're stopping to see.
Absolutely.
This is a common question I'm asking. I'm going to be really curious to see your answer to this. As far as people that you really look up to or that you think of as maybe major inspirations in your Route 66 career, who might some of those people be?
Well, Ramona definitely. She is pretty awesome. You got to get hugs from Ramona. Marie at the Aztec in Seligman. I just met the woman, but I tell you, that hug from her, as you well know, is a life-changing hug. And I mean, the people like Debbie Pope Mejia out in Seligman at the Roadkill. I went to school with the girl. Didn't really know her a lot in school, but I feel like I know her better now than I ever have. I mean, Trudy and Frank in Chelsea, Oklahoma. They run the Chelsea Motor Inn. That is one of the nicest places to stay. It is pride of ownership. Small. If you're lucky enough to stay there, stay there. Make some friends. Jerry McClanahan, if I had done this trip several times before I found his book, but once I found his book, it was so much more important to me. I know I'm going to miss a whole lot of people. Harley, oh my God. Harley's my buddy. Lowell Davis out at Red Oak 2. I could go on and on and on. Debbie D. These people are so sweet. We've had meals with them. Barb Turner took over for her pop and did a fantastic job and definitely carrying his footsteps and continuing the legend. I will keep you all day trying to figure out the rest of the folks. So
there's so many people out there that are inspirational. I think we all have our individual people that we look up to and how we look up to them and everything. As far as maybe if you had to pick one thing or maybe possibly two things, what was the most exciting or the most memorable occasion that you've had on Route 66 before?
The main thing that got me, and I've told this story before, the main thing was coming back from my grandpa's funeral and taking I-40 and not realizing that 66 was out there. And we got rerouted off the highway because they were working on it into McLean, Texas. And I saw that Cottage gas station out there. And that's when I knew that stuff was still out there, because my mom just gave me Michael Wallace's book. And I looked at it. Yeah, those things I've seen before. Okay, right, I remember them, but they're gone. And I realized they're not. And after that trip, I did not get back on the highway until I absolutely had to. I went home and found Michael Wallace's book again, took it with me the next trip, and found every single thing and put the cross streets, the locations, where they were. And I've always kind of wanted to do a book, but there's so many books out there, and everybody does a lot of the same landmarks and stuff because it's really important. But there's a lot of things just off 66 in the same town. The whole towns need to be checked out, not just the street itself.
Well, 66 in a lot of towns has gone through several gyrations of moving from downtown to lesser downtown to even on the outskirts of town, as far as 2-lane alignments or 4-lane alignments and divided alignments and everything. So yeah, you're right. 66 is just not on one street or one road. It's on multiple roads.
Springfield itself has got umpteen alignments. They've all, second, fourth, fifth, sixth, they've all been part of it at one time or another. And it depends on what you knew as a kid, because when they have the festival downtown, they have the parade going into town, you get to a certain spot on the parade and people start to split up. And the first time I saw the parade, I was like yelling at them going, "You're going the wrong way!" And I didn't realize that was also 66 at one time. They're going their route, but they all ended up back downtown. So,
if a new traveler is going to look at this video and you had some advice to give them, what would your advice be for the new traveler on Route 66?
Well, it's kind of crazy to say, but go see the movie Cars and then read up on it. Find those people. Go check those. Learn who they are. Meet them. And that'll start it. That'll trigger, oh my God, I got to see more. And every day there's something new. Like I said, I've been traveling since '62. I find something new all the time. And now we got Motorheads down here in Springfield. Route 66 Motorheads Bar, Grill, and Museum. They just won the best new restaurant for Springfield, so they're not going anywhere. And Ron Metzger and Greg McAllister, have made this wonderful, and Jerry has, you've seen it. Yeah. You've seen it. So, anyway, come to Springfield, meet me at Motorheads. I'll show you the place and anything else you want to know. If I can't find the answer, I'll get somebody else to get it for you.
If someone wanted to reach out to you, contact you through social media, do you have a way that you'd be willing to give for that?
On Facebook is the only social media I have. I don't have any businesses. I don't sell nothing. I don't have anything to offer other than just a lot to talk about. But I tell everybody, if you want to know about 66, I'll be happy to tell you, but you got to stop me.
There you go. Well, you've heard a lot of good information. I knew Penny would be an amazing lady to not only be an amazing friend, but also someone that was so easy to talk about Route 66, because you can see her passion for it. She could go on all night. But for now, unless you have any parting words,
just get out there on 66. You'll go again as soon as you do. I tell you, it's going to be, like I told Mark, there's not a day that goes by without 66 coming out of my mouth somehow.
Well, for now, this is going to be Moving Martin, not trying to top that, but just simply say thank you once again for watching another episode of the Route 66 Spotlight, and everyone have a great day, and see you down the road. Bye-bye.